The UK government's Future Home Standard legislation is set to ban gas boilers for all new build construction. But many developers are already future-proofing their homes and installing air source heat pumps as the new standard. Today I've come to visit a new build development that's put sustainable home heating right at the heart of the design strategy. Astley Place in Newmarket is a new build site by Edmundham Developments. Due for completion in early 2027, the site will consist of 50 new homes, all of them using a Mitsubishi Electric air source heat pump. Duncan Johnson from Suffolk County Council and Matthew Goakes from Lovell are meeting me on site. Great to meet you both. Duncan, I'll come to you first. We're at Astley Place, one of your new developments. Where did the journey with Mitsubishi Electric begin?
Sure, well, it started with Suffolk County Council having a strategy called its housing approach that basically looked at having a joint venture with a developer, Lovell Homes, and looking at developing our land holding and making sure that we wanted to do that in a sustainable way. And we formed that partnership, and this is our first development of Edmundham Developments, which is our joint venture with Lovell.
So quite a unique partnership with a kind of new brand name, really.
Yeah, unique partnership, a brand name that's very Suffolk orientated, and something that the County Council can be really proud of. And residents of Suffolk also see that the County Council are developing homes in a sustainable and progressive manner.
What I love about it is it seems very rooted to this place in terms of the name, the architecture, the materials you're using, everything.
It's creating homes, it's creating communities. It's about kind of building a place where people will be keen to live and prosper in the long term.
Which is really exciting, isn't it? It's fantastic. And the name Astley Place, it's got a connection with Newmarket, hasn't it?
It has. Sir John Astley was a famous kind of racehorse promoter and kind of local man in the town that has got a lot of history. So we thought it was appropriate for the world headquarters of horse racing to call it Astley Place.
And what's the strategy for sustainable home heating going forward?
We're keen to make sure that the County Council builds homes that they are proud of, that are sustainable, and we've adopted future home standards to make sure that we've got the right levels of insulation and, of course, Mitsubishi air source heat pumps that will give us the kind of A-rated homes that we're looking for.
And it's great that you've really adopted all of that before it's become full legislation. You're ahead of the curve.
Absolutely, we didn't have to do that, but we wanted to make sure that we were building in a sustainable way. And again, the County Council and local authority could be really proud of what we've done as a result. You
should be proud, it's fantastic. So Matthew, I'll come to you now. What makes Lovell the perfect development partner on a project like this?
We're a very long-standing experienced developer. We pride ourselves on building high-quality homes, and not just in terms of the product and the aesthetics, but also in the technology that we're using. As Duncan said, very much linked towards sustainable living for our homeowners.
And are your customers and homeowners becoming more aware of air source heat pumps?
Yeah, a lot more aware. It's interesting, the market is obviously moving more that way, and the customers want to know more, they want to understand the technology more. It's one of the reasons we work with Mitsubishi, to be honest, is to be able to work with a tried and tested partner. And part of our sales offering is to help the customer experience understand how to use the technology moving forward.
And Matthew, what about EPC rating? Where does this stand?
The highest standard. So we're delivering the homes here at Astley Place EPC A-rated. We're achieving this through a fabric first approach in the first instance with increased insulation and triple glazed windows. We're then complementing this with technology such as PV solar, EV chargers and Mitsubishi air source heat pumps.
That's fantastic. And is this becoming kind of part of the company strategy to be as A-rated as possible?
Yeah, absolutely. Our joint venture with Suffolk County Council, Edmundham Developments, has taken that objective across all of our schemes. So every scheme we'll be delivering will be at Fabric First standards and EPC A-rated.
Which is fantastic. I mean, that's so good. The fact that you've taken that step to get right ahead of the curve and innovate, you don't have to. You're going way beyond the building regulations. To do that now is brilliant. You're real pioneers. And why did you choose Mitsubishi Electric Ecodan?
It's a strong brand. It's a brand that we've worked with for a number of years, several years in fact, and probably delivered in excess of 300 homes across the East Anglia. And Mitsubishi comes with credibility, both for a homeowner it's a recognised brand, but also for our teams. In the pre-sales technical stage, there's a great level of support around the design of our homes to find the most efficient and appropriate designs. But if I go through to the homeowner in particular, they recognise this brand. So they buy our homes with confidence that they've got Mitsubishi there as their support for ongoing aftercare in the future.
And as well as being a strong brand, it's obviously got to be trusted. It's got to do a great job.
Yeah, absolutely, it's trusted. Yeah, we at the end of the day, we're selling homes here to homeowners. We need to make sure what we are selling, we believe in. So if we're using brands that we can trust, we can sell it with confidence.
It seems like it's the perfect partnership between the county council, developer, and a heat pump supplier. It sounds ideal.
Indeed, it is.
Fantastic. Well, thanks very much. Good luck with the rest of the development. It's brilliant.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Mitsubishi Electric Specification Manager Rhys Jacob is here to tell me more about the project. Rhys, lovely to meet you.
Hi George.
So we're at Astley Place, a brand new development, and we're standing next to the Mitsubishi Electric Ecodan outdoor unit. Tell me about the install.
Okay, so here we have an 8.5 kilowatt ultra quiet Ecodan model serving a 250 litre pre-plumb cylinder. And inside the property, that's delivering heating to a mix of underfloor heating and radiators.
And is that underfloor heating on the ground floor, radiators upstairs?
Correct, yeah.
And is that the same specification throughout the whole development?
Well, actually, we've got a mix of air source heat pumps across the site. So for the 2-bed properties, they're being served by 5 kilowatt Ecodans, and for the 4 beds, it's the 8.5 kilowatts.
And what about the installer? Mitsubishi Electric must work really closely with them.
Yes, so CCL are the mechanical subcontractors on this site. They're accredited Ecodan installers, so they've been through our training courses, and that helps ensure quality workmanship throughout the site.
So Mitsubishi must be involved in every single stage of the project, are they?
That's right. We've produced a specification of equipment throughout the site. We come out first and second fix stage to ensure that the equipment is installed to manufacturer's requirements. We then come and do an assisted commissioning of the first plot to ensure that it's set up and optimised correctly. And lastly, we do a demo with the client to hand over the product. So it's a real start to finish support package.
And education for homeowners is really, really important, isn't it, with a system like this?
Yes, so a lot of homeowners will be transitioning away from gas boilers with the typical on-off mindset. The Ecodan air source heat pump lends itself well to being run continuously at steady ambient temperature to produce the best efficiencies.
And Mitsubishi Electric provide lots of support to homeowners through the MelCloud app, don't they?
Yeah, so through MelCloud we can troubleshoot the systems, provide remote system diagnostics and support to homeowners, which can often negate the need for us to send engineers.
Which is fantastic. When you think if someone can just go onto that app, someone else can dial into the system, troubleshoot, spot any problems, hopefully fix them, and an engineer doesn't need to come out.
Exactly that.
Absolutely brilliant. Rhys, lovely to meet you,
George.
mate.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Good luck. The countdown to end the use of fossil fuels for home heating has begun. Coming to a new housing development like this one and finding out how Mitsubishi Electric Ecodan heat pumps are replacing gas boilers at specification stage, it really does emphasise the importance of trusted relationships. It's great to see forward-thinking county councils like Suffolk partnering with like-minded developers to help make sustainable heating the comfort standard for all our new build homes. There's an Ecodan for every home. To find out more about Ecodan for new build homes, visit ecodan.co.uk.